everybody. We are here live again. Thank you so much for joining me. And today is Wednesday. And you know what that means? It is time to let some spirit wisdom flow through. And in case you're new to me, I just wanted to welcome you to the healing space, to the Healing Hummingbird. My name is Meredith. And what I do with my heart-centered business is I help healers and spiritual go-getters, reclaim their power to heal themselves so that they can then embody the way of the hummingbird, which is one with a brave heart and with peace and lightness of being. So thank you so much for being here. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday, because today we are talking about birthdays, and Spirit wanted to talk about why they love the birthday energy so much. So if you're here live, let me know. We might do some channeled week ahead messages at the end. If you had any questions for the week ahead, drop them below. And if you hear something that I say that you like, make sure to hit the like button. Or if you hear something that I say that you love, make sure to hit the love button so that we know that Spirit's messages are coming through loud and clear. Okay, so let's get into it. With birthdays, my spirit guides gave me 4 main messages, and the biggest, brightest reason why Spirit loves birthdays is because we allow ourselves to actually receive. If this is our channel to receive, we widen it a little bit, just a little bit more, because there's this little ego thing that we do where we're like, well, it is my birthday. Am I going to allow myself to eat what I want or receive a present? It's like, well, it is my birthday. So there's a little bit more room for Spirit to come into your life and delight and surprise you. So that's the number one reason why they love it. It's a great time to make a wish and connect with this childlike energy, to make a wish just to yourself, not tell anybody else. It's kind of like a secret, sweet thing between you and Spirit, and blow out your candle. And this is another message that's coming through. I wonder if it might resonate with some of you. I know that I have met people like this before, is to just keep in mind with the spirit of compassion. If you come across someone where you're just like, man, I have no idea what to get for them for their birthday, or I keep asking them what they want, but they're not telling me, right? It can be easy to get a little frustrated about that, but Spirit brought that up and indicated that they may have their own block that they're dealing with, someone who can't say what they want or have a hard time receiving generally. They may have some kind of guilt block or just not feeling like they deserve to receive. And of course we want to help celebrate people and uplift them with this energy. And that is the second point, is the light, excited energy of birthdays. This is what Spirit loves so much. If you're a seer, if you see energy, I usually see it like a peachy, coral, yellow, kind of like, yay, energy. And they talk about the element of surprise with birthdays too. It was just my mom's birthday this past Sunday, and I don't know why. I just have the hardest time keeping secrets, because I work with Spirit to figure out what gifts would be good, and I just get so excited. I have a hard time keeping a secret, and I had already told my mom a couple of the things that I got her, and the night before I was wrapping presents, and I asked Spirit, what else can I incorporate to make it really special? And they were like, listen, you've got to incorporate the element of surprise. Like, it's part of what makes birthdays so light and vibrant, kind of like effervescent and exciting. So again, to bring in the kind of childlike spirit of things, mixing things up, having fun, enjoying the intention, and walking around like if it is your birthday, there's always this thing in the back of your head like, oh, I wonder who I'll hear from next, or maybe I'll get a present or a surprise, maybe even a party. So it's just this really beautiful vibration to incorporate into your energetic field. And the third thing that Spirit loves about birthdays is that us humans, with our big brains and logical minds, it is a time where we naturally shift our perspective kind of up and back, to take a look at the past year. It's kind of like a personal new year. So it's a great time to check in with yourself, since you kind of do it logically, or just naturally. How was the last year? How did it go? What did I love? What did I not love? And to check in with Spirit, because they really want to hear, they want your feedback. So it's a great time to meet with them and go, hey, I noticed in this past year of my life, this lesson came up, or this big theme came up. And it's a great time to express gratitude, but also to be more specific about what you want to see in the next year. So it's a great time to check in with them and to get in touch with what you truly want. With that perspective shifting up and back, kind of like a big perspective on the past year, other themes that might come up are like life purpose, or, what am I really doing with my life and how do I feel about it? And, that could bring up a lot. It could bring up a lot of positive or tough emotions to deal with, but just remember that your spirit guides are there for you. They really care about you. They want to see you do well, and that they're going to be patient with you. If special occasions might bring up grief or something like that, to remember to be patient with yourself and loving with yourself, because Spirit is. And they're showing me this visual of like, you, if it's your birthday, you're at a table with this cake and a candle and you're getting ready to blow it out, and everyone kind of gathers around you, like your ancestors, your family members that are living too, their higher selves will be there too. And there's just this special attention on you to really connect with that fire of that flame as you watch it flicker. It's kind of like your life force. And that's why it's such a beautiful time to make a wish. And it's almost like a little personal resolution, bringing it back to that new year. And the fourth and final reason why Spirit loves birthdays is because it is a special occasion. And the way they worded it to me is, this is the anniversary of the day that your soul came to Earth. And does it get more special than that? They don't think so. That's a really big deal. You came to Earth for your purpose, and now you're here, and we're celebrating that anniversary. So the takeaway message they wanted me to deliver is to imagine if every day was like your birthday, and you walked around with that kind of, sparkly energy, like, oh, what's around the next corner? Is it going to be a piece of cake or maybe a present? It is my birthday. It would be really great to get something, and to get, specific about what you want. It invites Spirit into your life to surprise and delight you, like candles on your cake. More candles on your cake is what they say. So that is why Spirit loves birthdays. And if it is your birthday, happy, happy, happy birthday. And if it's not your birthday, play around with that energy of what it would feel like and how it might change your vibration if you walked around as if it was your birthday. And just see what happens. Okay. And Spirit also wants me to add that this is a big birthday time in my family. My birthday's in December, but we have a lot of May birthdays, and one of my dearest, closest friends' birthday is today. If you're watching, Merlin, happy, happy birthday. Love you and miss you. Now, Spirit does want to do some week ahead messages, and they would like to tap into animal energy. And so we may have some spirit animals that show up. Hold on, I just dropped a bunch of cards. We're doing it live. Got it? Okay. So, for our week ahead message, I just invite you now to tap into your heart space. And to take a deep breath in and invite your spirit guides in. And just ask them, what number resonates? What number has the message for my week ahead? Is it 1? 2, or 3. All right. Now that you have your number, let's go ahead and get started. This is one of my most favorite decks, the Animal Spirit deck. So for group number 1, if the number 1 resonated with you, we are going to start with your week ahead message. And these messages will be timeless. So anytime that you watch this video, that it crosses your path, this is what your spirit guides would like you to know for the week ahead. This is what would be helpful for you. Okay. All right. We have the Cobra. I understand that that image might be mirrored, but the artwork is really beautiful and it can help integrate the message. So the Cobra in this deck is involved with the element of fire. So in the week moving forward, you might feel kind of on guard or the need to defend yourself. And what Spirit would like you to know, I'm going to read these intuitively, they're already telling me, is to maybe observe your reactions instead of being ruled by them, if that makes sense. So let's say it's a workplace situation and somebody says something to you that you don't love. Instead of just like striking or like striking back, snapping back, they're asking you to draw your perspective back like that birthday energy, like a personal realization. Observe that reaction in yourself and then choose a reaction. So instead of just letting something fly out, you know, choose how you would like to act. Choose how you would like to interact rather than react. And what I'd like to do for you, group number 1, is pull a couple of kitty tarot cards. This is a new deck that I got, super cute. But the way I work with the tarot cards is it kind of gives me an idea more about situations, since it sounds like there's going to be some kind of situation. I'd like to get some more insight about that for you, just so you kind of have a heads up. All right. So these images are adorable. You got the World, which symbolizes completion. You also got the King of Pentacles. So this could be talking about you. You could be an earth sign, or you could be dealing with an earth sign, maybe a male energy. They don't necessarily have to identify as male, but more of like a yang kind of forward, aggressive energy, if that makes sense. More assertive, not aggressive. So there could be some kind of interaction here that's bringing a situation full circle. And the last card that they're showing me about this situation is the 10 of Pentacles. Or I'm sorry, this is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. So this may have to do with a situation at work, I'm seeing. And the situation, the way you'll know what Spirit's talking about with the Cobra energy is that it will bring up an energy that feels like a burden. So maybe there's someone at work, maybe a boss figure, someone above you, you know, just in the corporate ladder. Of course, no one's above anyone else. But maybe someone you have to answer to isn't the most pleasant person to interact with and is kind of a burden. So that's how Spirit is letting you know to watch out for this Cobra energy, and just know that you can recoil and, you know, like take a hot second and just think about how you'd like to interact with this person, maybe more strategically, because, you know, you can't fight fire with fire, right, is what they're saying. But they're letting you know that in the big grand scheme of things, you're doing good. You're on the right track. Even though this interaction or maybe this relationship isn't awesome right now, they just want you to know this is one of the best cards in the deck, just so that you know. They just want to let you know that you're on the right track and that they are with you, that they're watching over you for help. So that is your message for the week ahead, group number 1. I hope that resonated, and I will see you next time. Okay, my group number 2s. So same deal, we're going to start with a spirit animal, and if we need to get more clarification, I'll grab some tarot for you. So for your week ahead, if the number 2 resonated for you, what would your spirit guides like you to know? And you got the zebra. That's a really beautiful image there. Now the zebra, I feel like there's a message for you in the book, so I'm going to grab it. But right away, I'm already, they're talking about the black and white stripes and how that brings up duality. And you know how group 1 was talking about yang energy. If you're in group number 2, they're talking about yin and yang. Possibly balancing within yourself. Let's see. So when the zebra energy is in balance, you would feel worldly, enthusiastic, and fashion forward. What a sweet message. Hey Lola, great to see you. I see your comment there. But if you are in this zebra energy and you're feeling out of balance, you would feel jaded and kind of pouty, is how they're wording it. And to bring this energy into balance in the next week is an epic adventure or art. So let's see here. They're talking about expanding your worldview. So, you know, maybe this doesn't have to be so literal. If you're in group number 2, you could take a drive and, you know, let yourself kind of drive wherever, right? Or take a day where you don't plan what you're going to do and just see what happens. Take a me day to just kind of let yourself regroup and rebalance and get those creative juices flowing. You might be an artistic person. I'm also seeing that you may be a very intuitive person, or maybe that you connect with your intuition through artistic activities, if you connect with this zebra energy. So let's see group number 2. I'm going to grab some tarot for you as well because these cards are just so adorable and I feel like there's a message for you in here. So with this zebra energy of duality, spirit, for group number 2, in the week ahead, what is going on here? What do you have to share with us? Okay. So first we have the 8 of Wands and the King of Wands. So more fire energy. You may be a fire sign or have a fire sign in your big 3, which is your sun, moon, or rising. And what they're saying here is to keep going. That you are owning your creativity. This could also have to do with career. You're really charismatic. And when you stand in your own authority and you own it and you just keep pushing forward, that is when your creativity is at the peak. That's when this zebra energy is most in balance. So they're really stressing balance to, you know, connect with spirit, let your head go up in the clouds every once in a while, but also ground down into Mother Earth at the same time. And it looks like it's going to be a really fiery week in the best way. Passionate week, focused week. You got this. Okay, group number 2, I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. And now, last but not least, my group number 3s. Oh, your cards flipped over. You got 2 animal messengers. So if you resonated with group number 3, first you have earthworm. And you also have the frog. Oh, I love the frog. The frog is talked about a lot in relation to shamanism because it journeys between 2 different worlds, right? It's an amphibian. It can swim in the water and walk on the land. So maybe this week you could be asked to move into unfamiliar territory You could be asked to take a leap of faith, to trust Spirit and go into maybe a team, or this also feels work related, a lot of work messages this week. You could be asked to do something, take a leap of faith that maybe is not your wheelhouse or something that you've ever done before. But Spirit's letting you know that they're going to be there. And that also the element of water could be really helpful. So maybe like a salt bath, or they're talking about a visualization exercise you could do. If you take showers instead of like a bath, what you can do is you can kind of put your hand over the faucet or around the faucet, and it's almost like you're blessing the water before it comes out. Does that make sense? That's what they're saying. And it's almost like you're saying, when this water hits my head, it will clear my energetic field. It will clear and take away anything that's no longer serving me, kind of like a duck with water rolling off of its back. So that was a really long message from the frog. But the earthworm, this talks about also being in a new situation. So these kind of go perfectly together. If you're feeling the earthworm energy, you may feel like the new member of a team. We keep going back to these career messages. Maybe you're someone who's just joined a team that's full of really seasoned people. And it could bring about these feelings of doubt or nervousness, like, oh man, I don't know if I really want to speak up on this. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do. The earthworm reminds you that sometimes the best ideas come from new people, that your new ideas are needed, that you're worthy. And look at all these beautiful colors in here. This is all your potential, that you're kind of like curled around if you're nervous. So they're asking you to expand and to share that in the earthworm energy. And for group number 3, to go with your earthworm and frog, let's see what the Kitty Tarot, what Spirit wants to tell us through the Kitty Tarot for the week ahead. This deck is so adorable. Okay. I've got 2. Let's see. So the first one we have is the Knight of Swords. Knights for me are about taking action. And the swords suit, I know this is mirrored, but the images are so adorable, I want you to see. The sword suit is air energy, so like thoughts, ideas. So this would symbolize taking action on an idea that you've had. Maybe joining that new team, maybe taking a promotion or taking on a new project. And then you also have, the 10 of Pentacles. This is a great card. This is abundance, wealth, success, so much abundance that you want to share it with other people. So maybe you're just so anxious to go after this idea that you're like, should I share it with other people? I don't know. Spirit's saying, oh yeah, it would be a great idea to share it with other people. And at the end of the day, you, my friend, are going to have a great week. 10 of Pentacles is another one of the best cards in the tarot. Absolutely full of abundance and happiness. And it even talks about family too. So those are your messages for the week ahead, group number 3. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for crossing my path. And I will see you next week for another Spirit Wisdom Wednesday. Take care.